reactions don't happen very often.
Not on the Realm.
But when, a lineup for a big festival does come out, it's certainly something to talk about.
Because we never like to turn a big festival down.
Right.
Unless somebody's graduating that week.
I'll get into that. So, lineup for the 2016 edition of Rock on the Range.
Where the Deer and Metalheads play.
I had the pleasure of attending this year, this past May, and I gotta tell you, it's actually really, really fun.
Yeah, I don't know. You went this year, you guys were psyched and you had a great place to stay.
It was a very great experience.
Montreal was just
minus the 12-hour drive.
Yeah.
But once you get there, and the 3 days I spent at that stadium and in that city, it was really, really fun.
This one looks a little bit more suitable for me.
This lineup is equally as good as this year's lineup, I think, despite a few things that need a little bit of some complaints. The top of the lineup, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I know.
Now,
I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They were one of the first bands I ever saw. I was 12 years old.
That's awesome.
And
I'm surprised that they're headlining.
I don't have a problem with them, but I think some of the big problem that other people have is they expected a much heavier headliner than this.
I was thinking maybe like Metallica.
Metallica. Tool was speculated to maybe headline, or Sabbath or Iron Maiden or somebody.
Why?
Let's see, that's what people are complaining about is, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Red Hot Chili Peppers is a good band.
Yeah, they are.
But they're not a heavy band.
But they're fun.
They're very.
And I would have a fucking blast seeing them, and when it's warm out and everybody's having fun.
And then you get into the bands underneath them: Disturbed, Rob Zombie, Five Finger Death Punch, Shinedown. This is a more mainstream festival.
Yeah, absolutely.
You combine metal and rock together, you get a lot of people coming out to these festivals. It's just the ultimate combination that people want in this country.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think for last year's lineup, it was like a little bit not as solid for me, like what I kind of like, because I like dark music. So it's like it didn't have too many like of those kind of things happening. But this year, they've kind of switched up a little bit. They have Lamb of God, they've got Bullet for My Valentine, they've got like a lot of bands that are leaning towards a different direction possibly for the festival, and I'm sure this will lead people to be wondering, what is the future of the festival? Are we going to start to maybe see more headliners like that, or is it going to be, maybe what it was last year? I'm surprised Seven Dust isn't there.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect festival setting for them.
Lamb of God, I saw Ghost.
That'll be cool.
I saw Trivium is on the lineup.
Yeah.
Between the Buried and Me.
Yeah.
Is on there.
That's the money right there.
Clutch is on the lineup. Steel Panther.
I know.
Steel Panther is on
Rock
on the Range.
Yes, sir. Been dying to see them in a festival setting too. So I actually might go to this.
Really?
Yeah, I'm considering it.
Crap! This is something I was hoping would never happen again.
What?
Do you hear that? The senses are going off again, just like previous lineup reaction we did.
I do hear it.
Code Dookie is on Rock on the Range. Otherwise known as Code Orange.
Dude, again.
Dude, what is this band doing? They're not a good band. It's like they're begging people to put them on these festivals. Like, please put us on.
And before you go to kick,
please put us on.
Before you go to kick me in the balls with your combat boots, hold on and wait a second. Just hear this out, all right? The first time we ever saw these guys was opening for Killswitch Engage, and they were horrible.
Yep.
So bad, like amateur hour. Couldn't believe it.
Like people looking at each other.
People were looking around
this?
like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? And then time progressed, and somehow they ended up on a festival. They ended up on New England Hardcore Festival was where I saw them next. Then they made it to Mayhem Festival, which, whatever.
I think they had a Japan headline.
They did.
Run.
They went to Japan.
I don't know.
And now they're on Rock on the Range.
I thought the Japanese people were smarter than that.
I did too. I did too. So now they've made it to Rock on the Range.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I
don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, what do people see in this band?
Right. I don't know. I can't
stand them. This is plaguing lineups.
Will not flush.
No.
You know, there are a lot more things to look forward to at the festival. I mean, we're not fans clearly, so
No,
we
not
made
at
our
all.
point. I think this is a more promising year for this festival. Kind of
They've
cool.
jacked up the prices for this year because
Of
of
course.
probably because of the chili peppers.
Yep.
But I mean, people don't care. They'll pay anything.
Anything
to go to that. They'll go to this kind of thing. I recommend it to anybody.
Absolutely. If you've never been to a festival, we say it every time, you should definitely go. And you never know what'll happen. People are really drunk,
Yep.
and
People are having
really sloppy people are just getting laid.
people are having sex on the Ferris wheel. That did happen.
Yep. And you can't stop them. You can't
No.
stop them till it rotates.
Overall, the lineup this year is a good one. Unfortunately, I can't attend because I'm graduating on one of the days it's happening.
I've already graduated, so
Yeah, so I can't go. But those that are going,
I should go.
you'll
to
have a blast.
Should
Trust
go.
me.